Hello everyone and a very happy Monday to you all. Hello there Avril. Yes, we are back to normal times now, which is fabulous. Hello there Naomi, Stacy, Malusane and Sue and Ria and everyone else that has popped in. Thank you so much for sharing as well. If you do share this live stream, you are in with a chance of winning a $15 gift certificate to the Alta New store. So today I will be playing with the new release. So we had a new release on Friday, but as our lives, our YouTube and Facebook lives are on a Monday and Thursday, whenever we have a big release, it'll be the Monday or Thursday after the release. So hello there everyone. Hi there Samara and Sandra. And hello there, Mary Jane. So the lovely Roxy will be behind the Alta New badge, and I may keep her on her toes today. You know, we've got a lot to get through. And release lives are always kind of dictated by you guys at home, so you can tell us what you want to see a little more of. So, oh, thank you. This is my favorite sweater. It's so warm. Okay, so hello there everyone. Thank you so much for joining. What I'm going to do is I'm going to pop you guys down now so we can take a closer look at the things in the release. Sorry. The thing that was streaming on the platform kind of changed some buttons on me. So I just had to have a little play around, and yes, we're on the tabletop now, so we are good. Please let us know your favorites as well and what you would like to see closer. We are here for you guys, so you can see which one is your favorite. Avril, yes, it has been very cold, very, very cold. So first up, we have In the Woodland. So this is a 6x8 stamp set. And also we have, on this one, we have two beautiful floral clusters with some sentiments too. It's not Lilith behind the badge today, it's in fact Roxy. So Roxanne is there and she will be popping in the links. Oh yes, Naomi, the colors are amazing. So this one is In the Woodland. That is the stamp set, and I got distracted with comments. Sorry, everyone. You know, I can't concentrate on more than one thing at once. As well as the stamp set, we do have the coordinating die set available as well. I mean, simple coloring stencil. And in this simple coloring stencil, we have 5 different stencils that is going to allow you to add color to the stamped images on the In the Woodland stamp set. So we do have the layering guide within the stencil packaging, so you can quickly and easily pop that together. Hello everyone, thank you so much for joining us. Next up we have In the Woodland die set. So that's going to cut out, I've got things stuck to it, cut out the 2 large clusters that you have in the stamp set, and you can see that they are some large images there, so they're not going to get lost on a card or even a scrapbook page. Hello there, Ria. Hope you're good. Next up, we have the stunning star flowers. So in here, we have 2 beautiful blooms, as well as sentiments that kind of go around the star theme. So wish upon a star, shine like a star. We have A Star is Born, and You're a Star, which is really, really cute. So as this is a layering stamp set, you do get the layering image, the layering guide in the inside. As well as that, we also have the die set. Now, you may have noticed that we don't have actually any leaves on this stamp set, but if you do get the die set, you are going to get some leaves that die cut and also emboss. But if you just wanted the stamp set and you do like your stamp leaves, you can definitely use different stamped leaves from different sets that you already have. Okay, and then we have the mask stencil, so you can quickly and easily mask and stencil the images from these stunning starflowers. Malusane, I'm glad that you got yours. I'm sorry if I am pronouncing your name wrong. You may need to send me a message on how to pronounce it, because I am a bit rubbish with pronunciation. So in here, I do have 2 of the backgrounds I've used for this one. This one is Illusion Diamonds, and you can see that we have this large background image as well as some really great and large sentiments. So if you do love a large sentiment on your cards, this may be one to go for just to get those large sentiments, but then you've also got an added bonus of the background. So it works either way for this one. Really great background there. Next up, we have a note for you. So I'm going to pull this one back because I've used a little bit from that one. So in here, we have lots of really great large sentiments again, but more in a block kind of look this time. These ones are strips. This one's more blocky. We also have some borders and some simple leaf shapes and smaller sentiments as well. As well as the note for you stamp set, we do have the note for you die set. Now this is where you can see this really cute little envelope that we have on here. Malusane, okay, thank you. Oh, sorry, I am really sorry, but the note for you is really, really cool. So it's going to cut out a number of the different sentiments that you can see on the stamp set. It's also going to cut the borders out kind of standalone. They don't really match up with these, but then you also have the heart and also this little branch as well. A really great one. And if you are sending like little gifts for the holidays, maybe adding a little bit of money inside, this may be a cute little envelope to do it in. Next up, we have Fancy Star Builder, and I'm going to pop this one right next to the stencil as well, because I believe these can mix and match perfectly. Now, some of the images that are on the stencil aren't necessarily on the stamp set, and that goes either way. So you can cut out a lot. You can kind of stencil or stamp lots of different stars. You can make them into snowflakes. You can make them into backgrounds or even flowers with this one. A really cute set, a great one to play with. We do have a number of different kind of inspirations on the inside of the inspiration guide, so you can play around with these images, but then create your own as well. I think I'm missing something here. That's all right. We'll find it. Next up, we have All About Wishes word die set. So you can see that we have anniversary, birthday, wishes, holidays, and happy. Now they both have the sentiment and then they have the shadow as well. So you can layer them up to create these really beautiful sentiments. These will also work well with the All About You die set and also the All About Thanks. So they're kind of mix and match together to create your own custom sentiments if you wanted to. And then we have another die set here for you. This is the Tree Mix die set, and you can see that we have a number of different kind of ways that you can use them here. It's kind of a take on the Leaf Mix die set, where you can definitely mix and match these trees together to create your own looks with those ones. And then we have the color swatches. So if you do like to create your own little color swatches, this may be a stencil for you. There are a number of different ways this can be used. They are all in like 2-inch blocks. So if you use 2-inch blocks for your color swatches, this might be a great one to use. You can also use them on cards. I've used it here to create this kind of background, just quickly and simply, just using this square one that you can see here. Swatching is very cool. I love a little bit of swatch on strawberry too. Okay, but that's not all. We also have some more little goodies in this release. So I'm just going to move those off to the side. We have 2 coloring books. Now, these coloring books have the same images within each of them. It just depends on what kind of coloring you want to do with it. So we have the Exotic Blooms watercoloring book. So in this one, you have all of the same images that you're going to get in this book with the dark outline and also the gray outline, but this is on watercolor paper, so you can use this for watercoloring. The marker colouring book, as the name suggests, is for marker colouring. So again, the same images that you're going to get in both books. You're going to get both the dark outline and also the grey outline. The thing with this book, though, is we have added a little colour capture element. So this is a thick piece of cardstock, which was specially created. So when you open your book up, you can pop your colour capture behind the page that you're colouring. So if you do have any bleed through, the colour capture is going to catch it and it's not going to end up on the image underneath, which is really cool. Okay, so I did have two different cards with those ones, but you will see those on Crafty Corners if you are if you are keeping an eye on my Crafty Corner that releases on a Friday. Now, last but not least, I have the inks to show you. Okay. Let's go with the light ones first, shall we? So, these are our Frozen Delights inks. Now, these were created so you can have a lighter color within the color families. Now, they don't necessarily coordinate with any one given color family. You could definitely use these in conjunction with many of the color families that they would go with. So we have the strawberry, the orange sorbet, lemon ice, pistachio, mint choc, and blueberry. And we do have them in the ovals, the little mini cubes, and also the reinkers. Now, I'm just going to flip this over. Now, you can see that we have a little 0 here. So with a normal color family, I'm just going to grab some blues. You can see that we have, oh, it's not on this one. It's one of our newer ones. They're my favorite blues, so I keep grabbing those out. So you can see that we have a 1 on there. So that means it's the first layer. Then we have a 2, which means it's the second layer, a 3, third layer, and then the 4 for the fourth layer. So if you wanted to add a even lighter layer to this, you could definitely swap in the strawberry to create a lighter flower. Okay, so there are light ones. So that's the Frozen Delights. And maybe though, maybe just maybe you wanted to add a darker look to your layered stamped images. So that is why we have come up with the fabulous jewel tones. Now I know someone is out there that is loving the jewel tones. So in this one, we have the Rhodolite, Red Jasper, Raw Amber, Green Opal, Green Onyx, and Tanzanite. So if I flip one of these ones over, and let's grab the reddish one, you can see that we have a 5 on here. So we have the 4, and then we could definitely substitute out a 5 to add in a darker layer to your images too. Okay, so that's why there's a 0 on the back of the lightest ones and a 5 on the back of the darker ones, just in case you're wondering. Oh, yes, the Rhodolite color is fabulous, but you know this one's going to have my heart. And I bet you knew, Sue knew that I was going to go for the blue. Okay. So, everyone, please let me know your favorites. What would you like to see? So Sasha is after the first stamp set, so I believe that was probably in the woodland. Okay. And we can do that with the new inks. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to stamp one of these images first. Let's go with this cluster up here. Yep, so you know me. I would definitely go with the blue. Oh, Mary, yep, that dark blue. Ugh, blue has my heart. Okay, so I'm just gonna pop this down. Maybe we can make like a little frame. So I'm gonna grab my block. It is a large stamp, so you are gonna need a large stamping block, or even a stamp positioning tool would work as well. I do want a dye ink for this. So I'm going to use some charcoal soot. I normally go with my black obsidian for my outlines, but because we're going to be like color blending onto this straight away, I want a dye ink that is going to dry a lot quicker than that obsidian. So I'm going to go with this one. So this one's charcoal soot. So really dark gray color, but not too dark. Okay, so I'm going to add that in that corner. Give it a press down. I always seem to be a bit rough with my stamps, but they can take it, don't you worry. And I should really have my stamping mat under me, because then, you know, there would be less chance of me making a mess of this. Yes, Mary, you can order all 12 of them at once. And then just think how much that's going to stretch the rest of your inks as well. Okay, so I'm going to add this one in this corner now. Again, give that a good old squidge, squidge, squidge. Okay, so we want to use the new inks. Okay, let's see. I'm going to go with some really dark leaves on this one. So I'm going to go with the leaves first. There are 2 images for the leaves. I'm going to end up with mucky prints everywhere. Let's go with my green blender. Okay. And right, now I just need to figure out which way this goes. And there we go. It didn't take that much figuring out. It's kind of really easy. Oh, hopefully you're back safe and sound, Ria, very quickly. Okay. So we're going to need some greens. I'm going to use the green opal first for my base layer on my leaves. Now, I would normally mask off this top edge if I was doing this card in my own time, just to make sure I don't get a line down there. But what I can do is to try and counteract that is just use that piece of paper there. So I'm just using my small blending tools for this one. And then give it a little twist and then pop that into place onto those leaves. You can see how easy it is to fit within the outlines there. Which one did I use? I used this one, I believe. I'm still getting used to these colors. So I haven't had them for a long time, but they're very, very pretty. Oops. Okay. So there are my base of my leaves done. And then I can move on to the green onyx. Now this is slightly darker. This has more of a green, blue hue. This one has more of a like a lime hue. So I think this one would go really well with the beautiful, my favorite one, the rainforest inks. I believe they're called. Pop that one into place. This is going to add the shading on really quickly and easily. I do love layering stencils. They make my heart happy because they are really easy to do. And especially if you're like kind of doing a really quick card that you need in a hurry, you can really kind of just get these done really quickly. I'm going to add quite a bit of this ink through. This does remind me of a holiday green, like a really dark pine colour. It's beautiful. Okay. And then flip that one. Get it into place. Do, do, do. May have just twisted that slightly. Strawberry, yep, quick. A quick card with these still looks absolutely amazing. It looks like you spent so much time on it, even though you've just took a stencil, popped it into place, and then ink blended through it. Oh, look at that. Okay, so I'm going to pop that over to the side into my, I really need to clean that pile. And then we have number 4 for this one. So as we're going to need 2 layers for the flowers and 2 layers for the insides, I think I'm going to go with those 2, and then I'm going to use raw amber for the flower centers. This is going to be very autumnal. Yeah, Malu's saying, I mean, I like colouring, but sometimes it just can take so long to get it how you want it to be. With these stencils, it's like time goes past with actually just not doing a lot, and you have a card. It's magic. Magic, magic. So I'm going with red jasper. So this would be kind of the darkest orange. Oops. Just using my card over there, just so I don't get it through gaps that I don't want it to. Oh, it's like a russet colour. You know, like a rust colour. Oh, it's beautiful. Leanne, the blending tool I'm using is the Altenew small blending tool. It is my kind of go-to one, and it works really, really well. I'll pop that into place. Sometimes it just takes a little bit of a wiggle just to get it in there. So that's my rust colour down, which is in fact the red jasper. So pretty. These are definitely autumn colours, and the other ones are probably spring colours. So once I have that in place, all I'm going to do is I'm going to use that stencil again and then pop that into place for my next layer. May need a little bit of a twist. Sometimes when I'm doing these lives, I just think this would be so much easier when I'm not live, because when you are live, things just tend to go a little bit wrong. But if you were at home just doing this nice and, you know, on your own, I reckon it would go smoother. Okay, I'm going to go with Rhodolite. This is a really dark purpley red color, I would say. And just add in that layer. Again, I would mask off these edges if I was doing it by myself. Just going to need a little bit. Deborah, this one is the In the Woodland stamp, and I'm using the colouring stencil, the simple colouring stencil for the stamp set, and also some of the new ink colours that were released on Friday. The ink colours are from the Jewel Tones collection. So these are kind of more rustic, autumnal colours. You could probably use these heading into the winter season if you wanted to create more of a warm look rather than cool tones. They would work perfectly. And this one is the Rhodolite colour. I think this one's Avril's favourite. Oops, I've gone over that line. Sorry, everyone. Okay. Right, there are two different layers to the flower centers, but I'm just going to use one layer because I have the raw amber left, and I'm just going to do the little stameny pieces rather than the flower center itself. Sorry, strawberry. Yeah, I do that all the time. I think, I don't need that one. And then when you see what people do with it, you're actually like, okay, maybe I did need that one. Pop that one on. Grab my yellow little blender. And if you did sign up for the die, the like notification email for the In the Woodland die, I believe then it now might be close to getting back in stock. So if you were on the lookout for that, you wanted all of the pieces, it may be on the website very soon. Okay, and then I'm just going to pop that one in. Okay, that's definitely going to need a good clean, but oh, just look how pretty that is. Don't worry, Rosie Rose, no one's ever late. You can rewatch these if you want to. Naomi, I am not sure yet, but I'm sure we could always add it to the list. So pretty. Okay, so let's add a sentiment to that one, and then we can call that one maybe done. I do have a couple of marks where I said I would have added some masking tape, but hey, we had things to do. We wanted to get on with it. Let's go with a note for you. And we'll just add something kind of covering maybe some of these marks that I have. I'm going to go with "You are awesome." I have so many like different trays and trolleys to the side of me, a huge desk, and yet I still have nowhere to put things. The more I craft, the messier it becomes. Yep, definitely. You could. These are very gender neutral colors, I would believe. There we go. Oh, thank you, Avril. But this goes out to you guys out there. You guys are awesome. Okay, so I have a little more time. So let us layer up a stunning starflower. Okay, so what colors have we got here? So my plan is to layer these up, and we'll create a darker flower, a normal flower, and a lighter flower. Okay. So I'm just going to use the same one so you can see the different look, which, what it would be like if you were to kind of mix in one of these colors. Let's go with yellow. I feel like yellow is a very happy color and I do love yellow. So let's add the little flower down. I have some yellowy orange colors here. Hopefully these will work for me today. Oh, do I go yellow or do I go teal, like my favorite colors? Please let me know. Please be quick. I'll get the ones that I would use for each. I would use raw amber for that one. And where's my lighter ones? Lemon ice. And we also have mint chalk and the green onyx over there. Teal. Oh, yellow and teal. Oh, okay, we're gonna go teal. Sorry, Sue. Please forgive me. Please, please, please. Okay, we're gonna go teal. I'm sorry. Okay, so I have my mint chalk here, and this is the 0. And this is going to be lighter than the mountain mist than we would originally do. You know what? I'm going to go for the smaller flowers so I can fit them all on this panel. You can see how I just cleaned my stamp off. Yield? Oh, yellow and teal. I wonder what color that would make. Okay, so I'm going to go with the mint chalk, and this is from, and I've got the wrong stamp again. Come on, Lydia. Concentrate. Concentrate. Okay. Stamp. Ink. Mint chalk. This is from the Frozen Delights. So if you've noticed, we named these Frozen Delights after ice creams. Because maybe we were hungry at the time. Oh, I'm sorry, Sue. Yeah, there are some really great items and they are really, really cool and pretty. So I'm going to go with Mountain Mist for our normal flower. Okay. And this flower does in fact have 5 layers. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop the volcano lake on this one. So we're going to have 3 different shades. Okay. Okay. So might be better if I do clean up properly. And then I'm going to go with the second layer, the one that I've already got on a block. So I've used my mint chalk, which is this pretty color here. So for the second layer, I will be using the Mountain Mist. Now that would normally be your base layer of your flower. So number 1. Sorry if I do get my head in this, guys. I'm just trying to get that lined up, but I'm sorry if I got hair in there. Okay. So that would be our lightest color normally. So it's that. Then I'm going to use my volcano lake. I do need to grab my emerald. I think I've left it in my ink place. So I'm just going to grab that now. And I got it. Okay. And then we have Lagoon. So this is normally number 3 in our color families. There we go. Then I can take the 3rd layer. Now this flower does have 5 layers. So I'm not sure where I'm going to get up to with this one, but hey, we're going to give it a go. So I'm going to be using the Volcano Lake, which is the second layer, but because we have that zero down from the Frozen Delights, that's now our third layer. Hopefully this isn't getting too confusing. And then we have Lagoon for our third layer on this one, and this is how it would normally look. So if you were to use the Seashore collection, would be your normal kind of color tones that you would expect from that one. And I'm going to take the emerald. Ooh, I think I re-inked that one too much. I was a bit overzealous with that one, but hey. Very overzealous. That's very, very dark, but it's okay. So then we can take our fourth layer. So for our fourth layer, we would be using the third one from the Seashore collection. Naomi, it's all about playing around with the ink colors that you have. Because the Frozen Delights are very lightly saturated, they would work with a multitude of different color families. Same goes with the darkest ones as well, because they are so saturated. They again would work with the different color families as well. So it's all about just playing around with the inks that you have, and more than likely these will stretch the color families that you have. Hopefully that makes sense. I think we're going to come up with a ink layering, adding these inks in. I'm not sure if we have it up yet, but I know it's something that's happening in the process. Thank you, Sue. I didn't feel like I was keeping that much on track. Okay, so I've got my emerald. I'm then going to go with the green onyx. So this is the one that I believe has more of a blue tone to the green. And this is going to add in that darker layer onto my emerald. Look at that. So if you're after really dark flowers, that looks amazing. Although I didn't layer it up particularly perfectly. Okay, we do have a fifth layer. So let's go with it. I just need to figure out where it's going to go. And I always find that adding this onto my image when it's nice and clean is the best way to go about this, because then I can pick it up with my block in a way that's comfortable for my hands, and then I find it easier to do that way. Okay, so this one, I think I finished with Lagoon. So we went with the Mint Chalk, Mountain Mist, Volcano Lake, Lagoon. No, we're missing an emerald on this one. Okay. Okay. Look how pretty that is. And so light. I love those really light layers. It's very, very pretty. So I did emerald on that. So I'm going green onyx on this one. Twist that a little. Put that down. The amount of shading on this is amazing. Okay. I've gone green onyx. And I know I had another green in those dark ones. It's just where I put it. I've either got green opal, or I'm thinking I'm going to go tanzanite. I think that might be darker. See, as you can see, I just play around with my inks. And you know what? I think that's probably the best part, the best advice I can give you with these inks. Just have a play. They will fit in many different color families. Maybe I needed a black to go a little bit darker, but hey, I could always double stamp that if I wanted to. But there we go. So you can see that by adding in the lighter color layer, you are going to create a really light flower. So this would be the normal look that you're going to go with. And then you can also skip out a couple of the light layers and go for really dark flowers as well. I think this one looks pretty oriental. It's very, very pretty. I'm imagining like a flower headband with this one. I don't know why. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know which one's my favorite, but you don't have to have a favorite. You could definitely use all of these different shades on one card. And because they're all the same color tone, they are going to work perfectly with whatever you choose to do them. Oh, Mary Kay likes the dark one. Yeah, I think a lot of people are really like that dark one. It's very, very, I don't know, opulent and stunning. I don't think that's the word, but yes. Very, really eye-catching, maybe. Okay, right. Trying to just swap over my video again now. So, hey, everyone. Yeah, the Stunning Starflowers is a very, very pretty set. Also, if you do invest in the little cubes, it really is going to stretch the kind of different color tones that you can get with your flowers. So making lighter flowers or even dark flowers, it's completely up to you which kind of set that you do go for. But yes, I think that the dark colors are very, very opulent. And then the light colors are really pretty as well. They do remind me of like candy coated almonds. I don't know if you guys get them, but we get them. Yeah, they're not great, but they are pretty. So yeah, and they do match my jumper. I do like some greens and some blues. So everyone, thank you so much for joining me. It has been a pleasure to have you here. I really do hope that some of the new products have caught your eye and that you're inspired to use them as well. Thank you to the lovely Roxy for being behind the badge and popping in all the links when I did mention the products. Hopefully I didn't miss any of your questions. And I hope that you do have a beautifully crafty day. See you again soon. Bye-bye.